Hello and welcome to Hot Takes. I feel like I put these in a weird way, so like I think I've done these ones. I think possibly these are the only ones that I haven't done, maybe? And then there's also this one. Oh wait, are these just agree and disagree? Or are there more in here? I don't know. But anyway, I think I haven't done these, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, let's find out. So this is a game of spicy opinions. So it'll say something such as, iced coffee is better than hot coffee. And you have to say if you agree or disagree. Kind of. I pretty much basically only drink iced coffee. And when I have hot coffee, I put so much like creamer and stuff in it that it's really just lukewarm coffee, but I do love a straw. I love drinking cold beverages, so I do actually agree with this, that iced coffee is better than hot coffee. Next, I would get plastic surgery. I would not. The only thing that I would consider getting that's kind of plastic surgery would be a nose job, and that's because I can't breathe through my nose because of my deviated septum. So I'm a total mouth breather all the time. Also, like, the ear surgery that I need because I have a gaping hole in my eardrum. But again, those aren't plastic surgeries. Those are just things that I need to get done because my body doesn't work correctly. But I wouldn't get like big titties or anything like that. Like I don't want any plastic surgery. I think I'm real cute. I don't need it and I don't want it. Next, Christmas is overrated. This is a good time for this actually. I should title this Christmas is overrated. Let me see. I love the thought of Christmas. I love the magic of Christmas. I feel like I cared more about it when I was a kid. I do think it's kind of like overrated in the fact that it started as like a Christian holiday about Jesus, and like it's gone far beyond that, and it's really just about like family now, and people who don't believe in anything like me also celebrate Christmas when it doesn't have anything to pertain to me, you know what I mean? So in that way it kind of is very overrated, but also I like having a holiday and seeing family and friends and enjoying the day and having a day off of work. I have 3 days off of work for Christmas this year. That's crazy. So that's cool. I'm up for any kind of reason to celebrate. So there you go. But it can be very stressful. And for what? You know what I mean? But it's fine. Next. Smoking looks cool. It does not. I actually think it's disgusting in every way. I never, ever, ever thought smoking was cool. I always thought it was disgusting. It stinks. It messes with my allergies. I think it's super, super gross. Everything about it is disgusting. Smokers' voices really grate on my nerves too because I don't like it. It's actually foul and gross in every way. And it's like, I get it. We all have our things. Like, I know that Coke's not good for Coca-Cola, soda's not good for me, but I drink it anyway. I get it. We all have our things where it's like, yeah, I know, it's gonna kill me. So what? Okay. Things like, we all have our things, right? But, I think it's disgusting, and you're kind of dumb if you're smoking in 2025. Don't arrest me. It's like, that's stupid. But so is drinking. So is going to the bar and spending all this money on something for you to not be in control of your body that is damaging the inside of your body. That's stupid. That's really stupid. It is. Everything that you do that is inherently bad for you is stupid. Smoking is stupid. And also, one thing that I also don't like about it is that everyone around you is now dealing with the fact that you just lit a cigarette, and now we have to smell it, and you're breathing it out in front of our faces, because smokers tend to be like the most self-centered people when they're smoking, where they'll just smoke and blow it in your face, and you're like, I kind of want to punch you right now. I think it's disgusting. I really do. And I try my best to not be around people who smoke because I think it's really disgusting. Like, at least if you're, like, drinking and you have it under control and stuff, you're not affecting anyone around you. And I am the first to say, do whatever you want if it doesn't affect the people around you, but your secondhand smoke is affecting my lungs, and it's disgusting. And if I'm on, you know, a little porch eating lunch outside at some restaurant and some idiot starts smoking, I can't stand that, because now I can't eat my food. I am eating, and you're just smoking your nasty, disgusting chemicals out into the air, breathing it out in the air, and I'm trying to eat my food and enjoy my meal, that I'm spending money to be here. Get out of my face, you stink. You're making me not want to eat my food. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Anyway. Next. Gender reveal parties are dumb. Yes, they are. They're really stupid, because who cares? I like a baby shower because I think that's fun, and it's like, yay, baby! I don't care what it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter. That doesn't affect anyone else except for the parents, because now, if you believe in gender norms or whatever, you have to figure out what clothes you're going to get them, what the nursery is going to look like. Everything has to do with you as the parents. I don't care. I don't care. So I don't want to have to show up for two things, unless you do a baby shower and also there you find out what the gender is, or I don't need to be included in that. I don't care. And honestly, by the time the baby shower comes, we should know what it is too, so that way we can give them the correct items. So I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't want to be invited. I don't want to have to go to two things for your baby. I don't care. But I do like the little videos where it's like, they're just kind of like the mom and the dad are like, they have the cake and they see the color on the inside. It's small, it's intimate, it doesn't, I don't know, catch fire. Some of these people are crazy, the things that they do for their gender reveal parties. So it's like, we don't need that. Next, tattoos are trashy. With my Taylor Swift tattoos. It depends. Some of them can be pretty trashy. Some of them can also be pretty tacky and stupid. But again, just like I was saying before, that doesn't affect anyone around you. It also doesn't affect how well you can do your job. It doesn't affect how nice you are as a person. It doesn't affect anything at all if you have a tattoo. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Who cares? So, some tattoos can be very trashy. Some can be very ugly. I don't care. What you put on your body does not affect me. Unless it says, I hate Taylor Swift. I'm just kidding. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah. Next. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Yeah, probably. They say that, so probably. I'm assuming they didn't make that up. I'm sure there is some importance in waking up and eating something before getting out of the house and starting your day and getting overwhelmed with things to do and forgetting to eat lunch. At least you had something when you woke up. You probably, I don't know, maybe your brain works better when it has some food in there. Maybe. I am a grazer, so I have to be eating all of the time. I'm a snacker, so like I definitely have my breakfast, and then I have my snack, and then I have my lunch, and then I have my snack, and then I have my dinner, and then I have like a little dessert. So like I'm like always eating, which is what my doctor told me to do, by the way. They told me to eat a lot of small meals, because otherwise I get really lightheaded and black out. And they said, yeah, I don't know why you're doing that. Just like eat small meals throughout the whole day. And I'm like, okay, sure. Ice water tastes better than room temperature water. It depends. In a water bottle, I don't really care. But if I'm drinking out of my little tumblers, my little cuppies, my little Stanley cups, I do want it to be ice cold, and it tastes really good and fresh and crisp and like, but like if it's in a water bottle, I don't necessarily care. I don't really care. But if I'm sipping it through a straw, I want it to be cold. Yes. She's sleeping and she's thumping her tail in her sleep. French fries are the best form a potato can take. You know what I think is better? Scalloped potatoes. What do they call that? Potatoes au gratin. That is the best form a potato can take. That is absolutely incredible. You put that in the oven, it gets all and the cheese gets all crispy. That's your number one. Fries are good, but scalloped potatoes au gratin, get out of here. Pregnant women can drink in moderation. Probably, but why risk it? You know, like they can also have like caffeine in moderation and other stuff in moderation. And it's like, I'm sure I don't see myself, if I ever stay away, if I ever get pregnant, I don't see myself ever drinking. I don't see myself, maybe like a little bit of tea or something for a little bit of caffeine, but I wouldn't be drinking, downing my Cokes. I wouldn't be downing my sodas and getting, like, have Red Bulls and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't be doing it because it's not only affecting me, it is now affecting someone else. This is a thing that I think about. I don't want any of my actions to affect anyone else negatively. And if I did that, I could be negatively impacting my child that I am growing myself. You know, that's crazy. Why would you even risk it? What is the risk? Is the reward so high that the risk is worth it? I don't think so. And I stand on that. Anyway, next. Liking someone's thirst trap on Instagram is a form of cheating. I don't think so. I feel like the only form of cheating is if you come in contact with another person. Like if you're liking each other's, or if you're in each other's DMs talking about the thirst trap, maybe. But if you're just liking someone else's post on Instagram, you're not cheating. Like, I like Nick Jonas's pictures on Instagram. He's a hottie, hottie, hottie. I am not going out to dinner at CC's Pizza with Nick Jonas. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how that would affect it in any way. I don't care. That doesn't really matter. Like, he's not, most likely, you know, he's not talking to that person and, oh, baby, I wish I would. No. He's just liking a post. I don't care. Whatever. So I don't find that cheating, but that doesn't mean that someone else wouldn't. Because everybody's got their things, and everyone has different forms of what they think cheating is. Like, I think kissing is cheating. Someone else might think only if they have sex is it cheating. Everybody's different. Someone might think liking someone's post is cheating, and that could be completely valid for them, but I don't think so. Not to me. Next, both heaven and hell exist, and there are people in each of them. No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And I also don't believe that bad people will get theirs. I don't believe that, because look at America right now. Plenty of bad people get what they want. And they're still, somehow someone hasn't killed them. They're just living. They're still breathing. Why are they still breathing? Why hasn't someone killed them yet? I feel like it's not that hard. Like, why are they still alive? You know, like, no, I don't think heaven and hell exist. I don't think that you get punishment for being a bad person when you die, or you get some kind of medal for being a good person. Life sucks and then you die. That's it. That's it. You may get good things happen to you during your life based on you being a good person because you put yourself in situations that get you that. Or, theoretically, you may get bad things happen to you because you are a bad person. I don't know. But I feel like you would be the reason for that happening. And I don't think you go somewhere when you die based on who you were as a person. And I feel like there would be a lot of stipulations that come with, okay, well, who's in heaven then? Are there like 3 people there? Because everyone sins if you believe in that. So who's in heaven and who's in hell? Am I just going to be chilling next to Hitler because I drink sometimes? No. You know, like, I just think it's all a little silly. And that's me. And I'm never going to say to someone, you're stupid for thinking that. I'm just not going to think it. And that's that. Ooh, this is a big hot take. Healthcare should be free and universal. Yes. Last September, I had a cystectomy. I had huge, gigantic cysts on my ovaries. And I definitely could have died if something happened to them. They said, hey, every 6 months you should be coming back and getting ultrasounds to make sure that you're okay. And they didn't come back, because if they come back, we're going to have to take everything out. I don't have health care. I haven't had insurance for over a year, and I won't have insurance next year. I don't have health insurance. If something happens, I'm screwed. I don't have savings. If something crazy happened, I have no way to pay for that. So, yes, healthcare should be free and universal. Everyone in America, even you who I hate you, you should have free healthcare, because it is not your fault if something happens to you health-wise. I couldn't have made these cysts not happen. You know what I mean? So yes, in a first world, this is a first world country. Yes, we should have health care. There shouldn't be people on the streets because they can't afford health care because something happened to them health-wise, or because they can only get a part-time job and it's not paying the bills and they don't have a family and it's not their fault. Nobody should be out of a home if it's not their fault for being in that situation. Some people, it is completely their fault, and it is they want to do it, and they want to live on the streets. Go ahead. But it shouldn't be something that we are scared of. That should be, oh my God, what if this happens to me? What if I end up homeless? What if I can't afford? What if I can't? What if? We shouldn't have to think that way when we're in a first world country that was based on being an escape for people in bad situations, in bad countries, in bad backgrounds that are trying to be somewhere that is the land of opportunity. And you're supposed to be so excited to be here and feel so welcomed. Where has any of that gone? It's all gone. None of it exists anymore. And the awful, terrible, human-hating people, if you can even call them people, they're creatures, they're disgusting, that believe their hateful speech, that people don't matter. Who are you to decide who matters? You matter, oh, but not you. So, no, you're all idiots, and I hate all of you. Anyone who thinks that people aren't humans, that they're everyone but them. Do you hear yourself? You're crazy. You're terrible people. And I hope this happens to you. If it becomes so, you have to be this certain person, and you believe that, that yes, only this person, this type of person can get healthcare, only this, well then I hope you don't get it. I hope you're the one that they say, but not you. Not you. You don't get it though. Because we don't believe in you as a human. You're not a person. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. Because I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But people are crazy. Anyway, so we didn't get through very many today. We went off on some tangents, didn't we? So I remember these top ones we have not done. These bottom ones we have done. So these are the only ones we got to today. We didn't really get through many, did we? Not many at all, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you agree, post it below. If you don't, you're blocked. So stupid. I don't care. You can say what you want in the comments below. It's not going to affect how I feel. She farted. Melon, you stink. My dog is farting on me. I gotta go.